What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Raptor Spiritus, and I am back with another one for you guys today. So today we're going to just briefly go over the latest PTU patch notes. There were a lot of changes to it, and so we're just going to kind of briefly go over them. And also we are going to take a look at the Anvil Odin that got dropped into the patch. We'll show a short video of me in Area 18 and the PTU. It is pretty rough right now. Frames per second were really low, but I still was able to see it, so I'll share that with you guys. And then of course kind of a very clear picture of what it looks like. It differs a little bit from the concept picture that they dropped originally on Twitch, and then you can actually see a lot more on the hologram that is over Area 18. So we'll get into that, and we'll get to see what it shows. So first up, in the patch notes, it says for testing, obviously stability, bug fixes, as always. New mission, tactical strike groups, and QV extraction stations. New event, return of Xenothreat. Now, I did believe I saw in one of the updates for the testing chat that they were going to suspend return of Xenothreat just to do some server performance testing with the current patch, but they are planning on releasing it later on this evening. Item recovery, vehicle loadouts, which we've seen, I'm pretty sure everyone has seen, where for your vehicles now, per hangar, you can have up to 25 vehicles for that hangar. So unfortunately you cannot, if you have like if you have like 50 ships, only 25 can be at that hangar. But as far as the loadouts are concerned, any loadout that you do have, just make sure whenever you place components and you replace weapons, as well as do any like paints, please make sure that you are saving and ensuring that, because if you do not, if anything you bought with real money, it will be lost until the next patch. This is something that a lot of people are kind of not happy with, just because, you know, we're kind of rolling back to that previous issue we had before, tier 0 armor. So remember when nobody wore their store-bought items or anything, because if you died and someone looted you, you would lose them until the next patch, which really sucks. So we're kind of back to that. So just please make sure in 4.8, whenever they have the vehicle loadout, that you are definitely hitting that insurance button after you customize your ship, for sure, or else you will lose it to the next patch, which would suck. Now, next thing, of course, the command module. Continue to work on that to make that. Well, I think I saw a post somewhere where they said that, and it might be actually one of the fixes where we're going to go over as we go farther down, about the module matching the paint of the main ship. So hopefully we'll see that, because I know it's a big problem before, and for a couple other things with modularity, such as like the Tonk tank with its Gatling gun, you put it on there and it would not match the paint that the tank was. So hopefully they fix that, but we'll get into that with the fixing portion of the patch notes. So flight suits and G-force resistance. As we all know, there's flight suits in the game now, so you try to wear heavy armor and fly in a fighter and do these hard maneuvers, you're going to black out pretty quickly. It's not feasible to do that, so you're gonna have to pick and choose what you're wearing, as well as your loadouts for your ship, to do different things. New mission, defend location, ship battle version 3, Castak arms, plasma grenade. We've seen this on a couple of different other channels. Basically, it's a plasma grenade. You throw it, and it creates basically this area diameter of plasma bursts that are like firecrackers going off. If you go through it, you're going to get hit. If you obviously in its radius, you're going to, sustain damage and possibly die. So just keep that in mind. The Uniflex crossbow blueprint should be fully working as a drop now from PSG. So that's cool. They've added the blueprint for the crossbow, so that'll be great. So I'm sure they'll have it in some sort of monthly bundle, but if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can probably grind to get that from one of the missions. Refueling missions and improvements. Obviously, as you guys notice with the introduction of the MISC Starlight, there are now refueling missions where you have to go out and refuel NPCs, and I do believe there are going to be beacons now to where players can ask for refueling help, which is cool. We'll see how that goes, see if we're going to be good Samaritans out there, or we're going to just be eating people alive with rates to get refueling. It's crazy, but we'll see how it goes. A ship hangar service tier 0. So these are the ship hangar resources for ships now. So your big ships like the Idris, the Polaris, the Carrick, Ironclad Assault, 600i. These ships are going to, and the Starlancer TAC. You're going to be able to rearm, refuel, repair your ships that can fit on the grid, and you can buy these items for that you're gonna have to put on the grid from any kiosk. I do believe it should have stuff for bullets, flares. Obviously, you can buy missiles, and you have to put them on there as well individually to rearm missiles, things like that. So it's actually shaping up to be a great addition. I for one was curious about if the regular Ironclad was going to get it. It does not, and because I really want this feature, I'm definitely going to upgrade to the Ironclad Assault purely for that. I'm still predominantly trying to use it for cargo, but the fact that I can use it like a little mini carrier is pretty freaking dope. No one can deny that. So I'm going to be doing that whenever it drops. So then Hammerhead Gold Standard. Obviously, this was important because the variant of it, the Tiburon, which is a shark with a laser in the front. I think this thing looks really cool. None of my org mates are getting it, but it does look like a really cool ship. So if you're trying to stay in the sub-capital range and still have a ship, and I'm not sure exactly what the crew complement of this thing is going to be. For a regular Hammerhead, obviously, to get full use out of it, you would need minimum pilot, and I think 5 gunners, 1 in the back, 2 on each side, and then the pilot. With this one, if you look at the picture, there is it looks like there's 2 remote turrets near the front, near the up front where the cockpit is. Obviously the main laser, which I'm pretty sure the pilot will have control over, and then you have 2 more in the back where the old 2 turrets on either side were sitting, but like I said, they're all cannons. And then you have, it looks like I saw in a picture, there is a 4 cannon regular quad turret on the back, just like the regular Hammerhead. So I can't wait to see how this thing works and how to see it actually in the verse. So again, this is I'm not getting this, but I think this is still a cool ship. So we'll have to wait and see how that is whenever DefenseCon rolls around. And then this big one, ship armor and shield balance. So they redid a whole bunch of stuff with ship armor and shield balance, as well as with ballistic weapons. So we will get into that as we go along through the notes here. Next up, gameplay. So as I said before, refueling updates. Refueling pods have had a sizable SCU increase to hold nearly twice as much as before. Added mini blueprints for refueling nozzles to missions. So obviously refueling nozzles are going to be upgradable for the ships, the Starfarer, and for the MISC Starlight. But the SCU has increased for the pods, so you'll have more fuel in those so you can do more jobs, which I think is great. So, like I said, if you want to be a good Samaritan, go out there and help people in the verse. This is for you. There'll be plenty of missions, and you can earn blueprints for stuff as well. So get out there and get that gas pumping. Next, vehicle recovery. Balance adjustments to vehicle recovery, claim timers, and AUEC costs for nearly all ships. I have not messed around with this, but I've heard a couple of comments about them. So, I mean, it is the nature of the thing, and a lot of this definitely is to was to stop the use of duping, which is great in my opinion. So there is that. I do know whenever you reclaim ships, like if you use the recovery for the components and the weapons that you've lost or that were on your ship when the ship got destroyed or whatever, you get that back. None of the ordnance will be there. You will have to basically buy all that back. So basically you have to rearm your ship when you do that, which again, it keeps from duping, and I'm here for it. It's fine. It's gonna, and also I did hear that when it came to prices for missiles, torpedoes, and bombs, they have lessened the cost for those, because remember when they hiked that shit up, it was rough, but now they've dropped it down, so it's all good there. It's all good. And then tactical strike groups added radiation hazards to interior of station, decreased entryway size. So that's for people doing that tactical strike group. All right, now we get to vehicle ships, ship armor and shield balance. Upwards adjustments have been made to armor deflection of larger ships, including cap ships. So the armors actually, I do believe, everybody's armor across the board were dropped 20%. The updated the ship sitting between heavy fighters and large ships like the Hammerhead to have their own armor balancing, such as Redeemer and Constellation series. Shield updates to shield components across the board to adjust health, shield resistance, and health regen. This update will see most shields have a health pool reduction around 20%, while most shield regen speeds increased. So they have changed a couple things there, which they're going to be constantly doing that. So that's just the nature of the game, the development, of course. Ship, weapon, and ammo adjustments. Ballistic ammo SCU sizes have been greatly reduced to the amount 10% of their previous cargo sizes. Attrition weapons have had a balance pass to reduce their damage by a significant amount while increasing heat per second and increasing charge uptime. Well, the age of the attrition is out the window, so there is that, guys. It does kind of blow, but it is what it is, right? That is where we're at. I know when attritions first came out, I believe my org mate said that it was, as it heated up, it got basically the weapon would hit harder. So I'm not sure if they're trying to go back to that originally or whatever it is, but like I said, they're messing with it. So attritions are not the meta. They're not the go-to. You're gonna have to do some planning on that. Which for basically is the whole point of Star Citizen, where it's not a one size fits all. You have to plan for scenarios. So now we go to ship component and munitions price balance. With tonight's update, you will see wide pricing updates to ship components, weapons, and munitions. This will see many components get increases to cost, while some will have significant reductions in price, such as certain fuel tanks, missiles, torps, and more. So like I said earlier, the price of torpedoes, bombs, and missiles has gone down significantly. So you're not going to be charged an arm and a leg or something like that. That is great. Especially when you have to do your own rearming and stuff now, it makes it more viable, because some of these prices for torpedoes were out of this world. So moving along, bug fixes. So this is the fun stuff. So and of course, notice it's always potential. It's not saying that it's fixed 100%. These are potential bug fixes. So let's see, multi-vehicle, T-vehicle, slightly ascend when leaving pilot seat. Yes, I've noticed this a lot here and there. Getting out of the seat, and the ship jumped up and then came down. So hopefully that's fixed. Tipping, error for the network. The engineering, ships are destroyed at critical hull 0 instead of disabled. Yeah, this is again, we're trying to get away from that to where you're not just blowing up. Your ship should be disabled, give you a chance to fix it, to get away, or get boarded and taken or whatever. But you're not supposed to blow up instantly. So that's, I hope they fix that. Mobi-Glass VLM, player cannot change the PDT weapons on vehicle loadout manager. Yep, again, something I hope they fix, because you want to be able to again customize and do as you want. Ship mining UI displayed. Hefesetinet, you get what you can read it. Text in ships UI is overlapping to its quality. Glad they fixed that, because I'm gonna tell you, on the UI it is really hard to read a lot of stuff. I'll just be honest. So there is that. And then moving right along, for elevator party button update only after re-entry. Okay, I don't know anything about that. It's for transport. Mobi-Glass star map. Let's see, cannot scroll down on planet description and amenities. Yeah, that's important, because you need the details. You need to be able to see stuff, right? So, and then obviously the module. This is what I was saying earlier with the paint for the command module not matching the ship. So again, I'm glad they fixed this, or trying to fix this, because it's really annoying when you have a module portion to a big ship and you have a paint that you like and you do put the paint on, but the modular portion does not match up. It's kind of an eyesore. Even though it's aesthetic, it's still, I think, quite important. So hopefully that is fixed. Pitch yaw roll of the nested ship cannot be controlled after quantum traveling using its parent ship. Terrible, being able, when you can't do anything after coming out of quantum when you have a ship inside of a ship. With carrier, pocket carriers, so they have to fix that. Vehicle's maximum speed is limited to 20 meters per second. Wolf and Ox ships, yeah, can't take off, can't do anything. They need to fix that. Command module, requesting docking will cause the landing gears to retract on host. Yeah, we've seen that when it first came out. When you would go to dock, the landing gear would go up while you're in the hangar, and it would be very annoying. Again, these are things they have to work out the bugs when trying to introduce this new technology for the game. See, hangar services, vehicle can service without being landed. This, I'm glad they fixed, because it is terrible that all you have to do is be in the hangar on some level. You can be hanging out of it. As long as part of the ship is inside the hangar of a ship, it would refuel and rearm. Then this is not the way it should be. So that, I'm glad they fixed that, 'cause that's terrible. I know Captain Foxy Loxy did a couple videos where you saw that. I'm glad they fixed that, because that's crazy. And then for tactical stripe, let's see, location. I don't really care too much about that. I'll get in, the replacement textures. Vehicle, several Hornets have nose lock. Okay, this is another thing. Hornets have nose locked, where you can't mount the front nose weapons. I'm glad they fixed that, because again, that's part of the ship having nose weapons on the Hornets, so that's good. There's a couple other things on here, but really this is something that most everybody can look over for themselves. But that's pretty much that. So now what we're going to do is take a look at the Anvil Odin. So I'm going to go ahead and place this. So this is what the ship looks like. It is really cool. You notice from the original picture, didn't have any of the weapons on the ship. But now when you look at this holographic, look at how many cannons are on this thing. I mean, the main battery at the bottom and the two in the front of the nose is ridiculous. Now, when I first saw this ship literally was like if a Star Destroyer and the battleship Yamata had a baby. this is what I would think it would look like. I think it looks pretty badass. Now, this is going to be for those 1%ers that actually have that bread. So there's that. So, and I'll go ahead and play the video for it. You can kind of see from my perspective how everything is going. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate your support. It always helps my channel grow when you share my videos. But as always, it is your boy Raptor Spiritus. You guys stay safe out there, and I will see you in the verse.